Hello you guys, so we're going to be making pumpkin snickerdoodle cookies. These are the ingredients. This is cream of tartar, nutmeg, cinnamon, baking powder, and salt. Now I do have the brown sugar and the white sugar together. As you can see, just makes it a little easier and less dishes. And this is the butter with the vanilla extract in it. For this recipe, you only need 1 egg. I just had 2 for another recipe. And I also am using this mixing bowl. Okay, so with the flour for this recipe, the recipe suggests that you spoon in your flour into your measuring cup instead of just scooping it and leveling it off. So that's what I'm doing right now. It's a little bit messy, but in the end, it's totally worth it.
It ain't hard to forgive when you know what it's like. That's why I'm better with than without you. Oh, I'm on it, I want it, but why do you seem to call it your ex? I can't tell if you're here or you're out there. Do you wanna be out there?
Once the flour is in a bowl, I am going to take everything that I have on my plate and I'm going to mix it with the flour and combine all the dry ingredients in one bowl. No, I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm just whisking it together so everything is mixed well. Okay, so I forgot to put my dry ingredients in a smaller bowl, so I just switched everything to a smaller bowl, which is in the back, and I'm using my silver bowl for my wet ingredients so that I can eventually pour my dry ingredients into the big bowl. So again, this has the butter and the vanilla extract in that, and I'm just going to cream the sugar and the butter together, so both sugars.
You hurt me, you did, several times. It hurts to admit that we're no different. I find it hard to commit, but you don't even try. Still I'm better with than without you. Oh, I'm on it, I want it, but why do you seem to call it your ex? I can't tell if you're here or you're out there. Do you wanna be out there? You don't need to be Prince Charming to me. I just need this to be real. I don't need no fairy tale.
Now, once I mix everything together with my wet ingredients, I am going to add the egg and mix that in.
Do you seem to call it your ex? I can't happen to me. I just need this to be real. I don't need no fairy tale. You don't need a killer pregnant for me. Ooh, I don't need no fairy tale.
Right, so I forgot to show this in the beginning, but again, this is the main thing, is pumpkin. So I am putting the pumpkin inside the bowl with my wet ingredients, and I'm going to mix that together. And I actually ended up buying pumpkin pie mix instead of pumpkin puree. So you actually can use them either or for this recipe. I will cut down a lot on the sugar, probably use the same amount of brown sugar that you use for white sugar, and it'll be perfect. This pumpkin pie mix has all the seasoning in it, so you don't need the actual pumpkin pie spice that it calls for because it's already in the mix. I just added a little bit of nutmeg, extra nutmeg, instead of the pumpkin pie spice, and honestly these came out, oh my gosh, they were so good. Again, just make sure to cut down if you get the wrong kind like I did.
I just need this to be real. I don't need no fairy tale. You don't need a killer pregnant for me. Ooh, I don't need no fairy tale.
Okay, so it is now time for the dry ingredients. So I'm just putting it into my bigger bowl, and I'm just going to mix that. As soon as everything is well combined, I'm going to stop mixing, because the more you mix any baked good, the tougher it gets. And I just want it to be combined. I don't need to keep mixing and mixing. So again, less is best. As soon as everything is combined, just go ahead and stop at that point. Once I get done mixing, what I have to do is put it in the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes to kind of set. And then so what I did is, instead of preheating my oven when I started all of this, I let it sit in the refrigerator for 15 minutes. I turned on the oven to preheat for that 15 minutes, and then I took it out after. I took the cookie dough out after the full 30 minutes, and my oven was preheated, which was perfect. So look at this mix. It is this is at the point where I put it in the refrigerator. Now once it comes out of the refrigerator, I just put it on a small silicone mat, and the recipe calls for you putting cinnamon and sugar on top of the cookie. Again, if you're using the pie mix like I did, cut down on the sugar inside the cookie. That's what I did, and it honestly turned out perfect. And what I'm doing is scooping it and putting up the ball into the cinnamon and sugar mixture.
Do you seem to call it your ex? I can't.
Full disclaimer, one thing I noticed when I did this recipe is I didn't space them out enough. I underestimated how much they would spread, and a lot of them did kind of combine. So just make sure you're spacing them out a lot more than I did. So next time I will use a full silicone sheet, just so I have more space. I only end up making a couple of them because I didn't want to really have too many. But can you really have too many cookies? I mean, come on now. Guys, all I'm saying is I am trying to be y'all bacon plug, because look how beautiful these cookies look, and they taste even better. These are the perfect fall cookies. If you are a pumpkin spice person, this is it for you. Like, it is amazing. They are really good. They're really soft in the middle, and the outside has this nice, like, slight crispiness. It's, oh my gosh, they're so good. I am gonna list the recipe that I used in the description box below, but if you like this video, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe.